We all heard the saying, whatever can go wrong, it will go wrong. And a matter of fact, that came from the Murphy Law. I was just reading a little about this Murphy Law, and Edward Murphy Jr. in 1949, he was working on rocket, testing rocket, right? He's American. And a sensor backfired with his team. And he say, if there are two ways to do something and one way will end up in disaster, what he trying to tell his team that they must get it right at the first time. Now, this doesn't happen all the time, but what I'm saying to you is that there's certain time in life when things are going your way. It seems like momentum going your way. Whatever you do is just going your favor. And whatever that is. But sometimes a series of things or a series of good luck happening for you. And when those times come, it's called momentum. So you got to run with it. So when momentum come your way, you know, it says, man, I've been luck doing this, I've been luck doing that, whatever it is. But you know, a series of stuff working your way. It's happened to all of us. But when it's come, we have to capture it. We have to ride it. We have to scale it. And we have to give it all our energy and attention. Because that momentum is in your favor, but sometimes it's lost for a month, sometimes 2 months, sometimes for 6 months. But it will go away. Maybe take another time to come back. But everybody have multiple times of momentum in their life. But this is not the time for you to sit down when momentum coming your way. This is not the time for you to relax. This is the time to give it as much energy as you possibly can. And it's more than one way. For example, if you have 6 months to make $50,000, right? Everything going your way for doing so. If you can get that done, instead of 6 months, you get it done in 3 months, it will be better because sometimes that momentum can go away in the 4th month. So what you do, you grab it, you hang on to it, and you guard it. You be extra careful when things going your way. You want to make the least mistake as you possibly can, because that tide coming your way and you'd like it to flow. You don't want it to go away. That's your momentum. And one of the way you can keep this momentum going is use one of these strategies. One of them is to build a buffer. Okay? And that buffer is, for example, if you need to get to somewhere on a particular time, you want to give it a 20% or even 50% more time cushion, just in case anything go wrong. You want to prepare for your deadline. So you want to give it some time. Okay, whether that is going to work, whether it's appointment, or whether you're working on a particular project. 2, you want to create a plan B just in case. If that doesn't work, what else? I know sometimes a lot of these reasons can be controversial because sometimes we say have a laser beam focus, but sometimes you have to have a plan B just in case something happens to the A plan. You know, you drive in your car, you make sure you have a spare tire. That's your plan B in that scenario. You want to build redundancy. More than one way to get the job done. So you want to look at various ways also. You focus on one way, but if this screwdriver doesn't work, do I have another one? If the flat point doesn't work, do I have a Phillips? And you want to identify the potential, those points where it's easier for you to make mistake, those points that you're not sure of. Right? But you grab that momentum, you hug it up. That's a time your blessing coming. And it is your time to make it shine. And all of us, as I say before, we have it 1, 2, 3, 5, many times in our life. Sometimes we don't recognize it. And sometimes we do, just like myself. Sometimes I don't. But when I look back, I'm like, oh my God, I remember last month things was going that way, that way. But once you recognize it, run with it. Okay, my people, I am out.